Hi, this is Drew with Daniels Ag Services with your post-WASDE Wilkins Ag Wire recap. Without further ado, let's grab the whiteboard and take a look at the numbers we covered this morning and how that compared with what actually came out in the report. So, first thing we're going to cover again is the 2013-2014 U.S. ending stocks. The average trade estimate was 1.17 billion bushels for corn. Actually came in at 1.146 billion bushels. That's actually the exact same number that the USDA came out with in May. So a little lower than what the trade was expecting. Not a huge difference though. As far as beans came in, they came in a little lower as well. Actually came in at 125 million bushels versus what the average trade estimate was at 127 million bushels. And then wheat actually came in a little higher than what the trade was guessing. It came in at 593 million bushels versus the average trade estimate of 590 million bushels. As far as 2014-2015 ending stocks, corn came in at 1.726 billion bushels. Average trade estimate was 1.716, so a little higher than the trade estimate. Beans came in a little higher as well, came in at 325 million bushels versus the average estimate of 319. And then wheat came in at 574 million bushels versus the average estimate of 552. So all in all, the report was a little bit of a yawner. We were all watching our screens here when the numbers were released. Not a whole lot of market activity and fluctuation like you typically see right now. Or right when reports are released, usually the markets go crazy, volumes going nuts, bid and asks are flashing. Didn't really get that today. The report was kind of a snoozer, not a whole lot going on. If anything, the trade received it as neutral or bearish, depending on the numbers you were looking at. And that shows all the markets were red and closed in the red for today. The global numbers, depending on which one you were looking at, really not a whole lot of difference there, either neutral or bearish. If you want to see the specifics, check out the Wilkins Ag Wire email. It'll have the tables that we've had the past couple of days all filled in. Then they'll be over on Grain Analyst tomorrow morning as well for the morning report. So not really just a whole lot going on in this report today. Wasn't anything earth-shattering or groundbreaking that we saw. Of course, we weren't really expecting that. We'll be looking for things like that later this month when we get some more data from the USDA on planting and seeding. A lot of good stuff there, so people have their eyes tuned to that report. And when time approaches, we will get you prepared for what the trade's expecting for that and keep you up to date. So moving forward now, it goes back to all about the weather. Forecast looks to be pretty good, and of course that can change on a dime. So we'll see if that does weigh on prices or if buyers can find anything bullish to fan the flames, because bulls need to be fed. Not really much information out there to feed them on today, but we'll keep you updated should anything come about that can feed the bullish flames. So thanks, we'll see you tomorrow.
This material is conveyed as a solicitation for entering into a derivatives transaction. This material has been prepared by Daniels Ag Services broker who provides research, market commentary, and trade recommendations as part of his or her solicitation for accounts and solicitation for trades. Daniels Ag Services, its principals, brokers, and employees may trade in derivatives for their own accounts or for the accounts of others. Due to various factors such as risk tolerance, margin requirements, trading objectives, short-term versus long-term strategies, technical versus fundamental market analysis, and other factors, such trading may result in the initiation or liquidation of positions that are different from or contrary to the opinions and recommendations contained therein. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future performance. The risk of loss in trading futures contracts or commodity options can be substantial, and therefore investors should understand the risks involved in taking leveraged positions and must assume responsibility for the risks associated with such investments and for their results. You should carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. You should read the risk disclosure accessed at www.danielsagservices.com. Daniels Ag Services is not affiliated with, nor does it endorse any trading system, newsletter, or similar service. Daniels Ag Services does not guarantee or verify any performance claims made by such systems or services.